Do you say
and
that out
Emmy
loud
shows it.
to
Yes.
the town that could hear it?
Oh, no, just to everyone at the wagon. And I show them the long black hair and tell them where it was found.
Yeah, it's a long black sort of bristly kind of hair, um, as it were. Nope.
And
I'm thinking
I
she might be a werewolf.
would go for that internal thought. Like, she a werewolf?
I think
Uh,
she's a werewolf.
would that make her whole family a werewolf then?
I don't know anything
Or is
about werewolves.
maybe we should like kind of listen to gossip for the night?
Does
Yeah.
anyone want to roll about knowing werewolves?
Yeah, I wanted to roll about the hair, the origin of that, like,
Yeah,
kind
is
of
that
animalistic
Arcana?
Uh, that can be an
history.
arcana, a nature, or an like that could be an arcana, a history, or a nature. Any one of those gives you different information, though.
I'll roll an Arcana.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for history.
Okay. What? Okay, so that was Emmy rolled arcana, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Which oh, you've rolled for all three of them, and you've rolled well for all three of them. Okay. Lucy, you've heard sort of folk stories and kind of like rumors and stuff about werewolves, but like and various sort of lycanthrope creatures, but you've also tried to steer clear from a lot of that sort of shenanigans and whatnot. So you're not particularly versed with that. Ashy, what specifically was that roll for? Was that
That was history.
that was history? Okay. Um,
My book learning
you're
that I was supposed
aware
to do.
that amongst the islands there isn't a lot of stories of um werewolves per se, but there have been stories of different individuals taking on aspects of marine creatures
Like
um
lycanthropy in general.
and whatnot, and it's usually having to be like all those stories usually are associated with the moons playing into it, them having usually taking part in this in something more akin to like a god or goddess would do, rather than a sort of like, you know, just sort of like some entity out inside of like the like among the sky and whatnot. Um,
Would I be able
usually,
to see what the moon looks like right now? Like, would we
it would
know what the
be
moon looks like over the last couple days?
the well, I mean, the moons have been the moons. In particular, I don't remember which moon would be in the sky
I forgot
currently.
there's multiple moons. I disregard that because that's too much math in my head right now. But I was just trying to go with, is it like, are we in a full moon or not? Was my general gist, but
Yeah, it's weird like that. Currently, I'm gonna say that you're inside of summer, which no wait, you're
is
not
that
in summer.
weird?
You're in
Spring.
spring, which is, I believe, the Maiden's Moon.
I recall something similar to that. Yes.
So, with that in mind, that moon is currently the most evident inside the sky, and the Maiden's Moon comes up in the morning. You're currently, I believe, at the Messenger's Moon, which I believe would be Dur or something. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. I need to brush up on my own lore. But it'd be the Messenger's Moon. That's kind of rising in the sky currently. Um, right. So yeah, you're aware of that, and usually any of these stories involve either the moon, which is strange, either the moon blessing or cursing, coming out to similar sort of aspects. Okay, all of Emmy's sick rolls. Okay, so oh, actually, you get one question to ask. off of the information that I provided, because every 5 above
Okay.
in terms of a
It's
knowledge
my
check gets
First
you that.
time I got a knowledge check thing.
Yeah, I know. I had to figure that out because of Durist's super roll yesterday. Not yesterday, last
Last
session.
reading, yeah.
Right. So you got one question to ask.
Based on history, then, in
Mhm.
this context, would I know about any uh traditional, like, local stuff where a family member of a person who is possibly like lycanthropy, of
Oh,
like how they interact, like
can
if this
lycanthropy be passed upon? Is what you're looking for, or
no, I'm more wondering if the nature of the guard's description that this child was kind of kept shut in and that they had kind of ran free a couple different times, if there's kind of like a correlation between similar stories of people who are trying to hide their children, or their children is either naturally born and this is like a thing that they do.
um, you are aware that in a lot of these stories, a young person going through this is like doubly troublesome to deal with. But there isn't any like direct statement
Correlation.
that it's like this is what they do every time. Okay.
Okay.
So, Emmy, um, you have an all-around idea that. Let's start with the Arcana. So, you are aware that
Oh, I only rolled Arcana. Those were my previous rolls.
Oh, it was the only 2. Okay, so you got a 19 on Arcana.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Do you want to adversity that up to a 20 to get an extra question?
Sure. I
Cool.
have 1 token, so that's perfect.
Cool. Good. So in regards to Arcana, you understand that the various celestial bodies are on occasion have magical effects upon the world. They change the tides. They're very much affecting how the woods work and like how these sort of things. And this sort of effect on the world has effects on magic too. And they have a magic of their own that's kind of been described throughout history. In particular, they seem to have relation to various emotional magics, which is why a lot of people associate lycanthropy with being like aggressive and angry and all these sort of things that's happening. But the different moons are usually bestowing various blessings on particular individuals that are that provide offerings. So in a lot more of like a kind of religious sense, this magic is kind of accessed.
Okay, so my first question is, therefore, lycanthropy is something you choose for yourself? You ask the moon for the blessing?
The idea is that there are specific rituals that can be undertaken to induce lycanthropy, which is presumably the best way for that to happen, because the other ways that could be conceived of is you are born as it or it gets passed along, so stories tell. There have also been stories that aren't necessarily founded of individuals capturing people and turning them into werewolves with the use of moon rituals.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you're not sure how much stock to put in that for. You get another question.
Yeah, my second question was, are there any physical or kind of magical energy markers of a werewolf? Like, could I detect magic and detect lycanthropy or something like that?
Oh, that's super interesting. So not when it's not active is the thing. There are
Okay.
semi-physiological traits that can be found, that can be like picked up by someone looking for them amongst a lycanthrope, being it's like longer fingernails, extra sort of hair growth and whatnot. You know, like these sort of things that kind of did like different eye, like pupil changes. These sort of things that kind of denote a sort of bestial aspect. But when it comes to the magical detection, it seems like it's more difficult to do because it's their sort of existence as being just a individual, and then the transformation kind of puts them into a different state.
Cool. Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I also realized since we did so many poor rolls, we actually had a lot of adversity from today.
You do, actually. Please go back and pick up
Yeah, I just went back from like the last couple of days because last week I also did really bad, and I'm just like, oh, I forget to write this down all the time.
Yeah, try and keep track as best you can. It's usually probably pretty good to just like at the end of the session scroll through the roll thing, and anything that's below a 10 just give you an adversity for.
Yeah, I kind of just went through this month, and I have 9 now.
Yeah, that's how that be going. So yeah, that's what you know about lycanthropy, which I imagine I imagine you for a period got really into. You read some trashy romance and were like, I need to know more about werewolves. And then
For reasons.
and then raided the House of Blue libraries and being like, hey, these guys aren't actually as. This wasn't anything like the book said.
Mine was probably from like,
Checks
you need
out.
to know if you encounter this and how to kill.
Something along those lines. Because like Imor, it's like you trained around a bunch of pirates that are like superstitious lot. So like you'd hear stories of like were sharks, and stuff.
Goals.
Do you want to become a were shark?
A were mermaid thing. Yeah, that'd be cool. Not a shark necessarily. A were jelly. That'd be
Can you
sick.
be like that
You wanna
Sharkman
be-
thing?
I'm horrified at the concept of someone half human, half jellyfish.
That'd be
A
sick.
fucking
Oh, man,
were
the
jelly?
stinger?
Okay.
I want to be a were-jelly now. You imagine to be like, I'm so pretty.
Great. All right. So now the party's goals are to all become were jellies.
No, I'm a bird. I'm not really probably going to be in the water. as a
Oh yeah,
jelly.
you'd be triple horrifying because you're now like a halfway between a jellyfish and a bird. Oh,
Flapping my wings around.
I hate this.
I'm sorry. Oh, I guess we go inside to get some food. Like,
Mhm.
I ask for Tawny.
Oh, you don't like really have to ask. You kind of like walk in and there's a half orc behind a kind of like counter that like comes in and is like obviously flips on an apron and is like, "Hi, who are you people? New around here, huh?"
We're just passing through, and one of the guards told us to come inside and possibly speak with Tawny about.
Yeah, that's me.
Perfect. Do you have enough food left for us?
Yeah, I can scrape some. I can scrape the pot a little. I can get you. I can rustle up something. Get you some barley bread and things.
Perfect. How much would that be?
I think going rates silver each.
We got 6, so 6 silver.
Yeah, that is correct.
I just put the 6 silver down.
Cool. Doesn't take long before there's some basically like some fairly standard but like hearty stew. That's kind of dropped down, and it's like a bowl on a plate that has a kind of thick slice of barley bread, no butter, and that's what you get.
And does it come with stuff from the brewery to drink for anybody that wants it?
That'll be extra.
That's on you guys if you want to drink.
I will grab an ale or a cider. We're at the cider place, right?
You remembered. We are at one of the cider places. Inspiration for remembering what fucking weird tavern shit I've been throwing out. Warmed my heart. Oh my god. Cool.
Yeah, I'll take a cider.
Cool, alright. Cider will run you 3 silvers, I'm pretty sure.
Here you go, my good man.
That'll do.
And I will give him.
Alright, goes to the back, comes back with a nice nice thing full of cider, and plops it down. He goes, that's fresh stuff too.
Made today?
Well, not today, but yeah, within the week.
Excellent. My compliments to the brewer team.
It's everyone here. You know, everyone's gotta do their part.
Do you have non-alcoholic cider like you would serve the kids? I just don't.
I mean, apple juice.
Do you have apple juice that has some spice to it? Like cinnamon?
I could do something, yeah.
Can I have some cinnamon apple juice?
5 silver.
I hand them 5 more silver for my cinnamon apple juice.
You got ripped off.
I know, right?
Pockets 2 of the silver and puts the other ones in the till, and goes to the back and comes back with an acceptably spiced apple juice. Kind of seems a little annoyed afterwards, but it's like,
Thank you.
You all must be here for some reason if only one of you drinks.
Like I said, we're just traveling, passing south, and figured we'd stop for the night. For somewhere that wasn't in a wagon.
Yeah, alright. So wait, you're wanting to stay here, or are you going to be just sleeping in your wagon?
They said we could possibly stay in the barracks. Is
Yeah,
that...
I think we got a few extra beds.
If that's okay, then that's what we were planning.
Yeah, 3 silver each.
Everybody gets to pay for themselves on that one. Bank's tapped out.
Staying in the wagon.
I will pay.
We'll also
What?
stay in the wagon. please.
Wagon is fine.
Okay, so like Emmy's like, I will pay, and like like Jesse, Glim, and Lucy all are like like
Our silver is valuable.
Oh my goodness.
I
You
whisper
don't
in
want to
Emmy's.
sleep in a bed?
I whisper in Emmy's ear, like, I want to listen to gossip. That's why I'm in here.
Great idea. Woman after my own heart.
you know, beds are nice, but you know, the heavy coffers is nicer.
That's fine.
Fair.
I had a purpose. Paying
Cool.
for my knowledge and secrets.
So yeah, are you both paying up?
Yeah, I already.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I
cool.
paid.
Great.
Emmy loves to sleep in beds when she can.
Emmy loves to sleep in beds. That's one of her quirky personality traits.
I'm so
She actually does.
quirky.
Ooh, maybe it's just an islander thing where, like, ships' beds are so nice
Yeah.
on land.
I
Tell
love-
you've not had one on sea.
Yeah, I hear you. Anyways, yeah, you have that, and it's like, so you're on the road, right? Where you come from?
Where were we?
All over the place.
We're
We were
from
just in
Chenwu.
Chenwu.
Yes. Namely,
We,
you know, oh yeah, they had a festival. We sent a pretty good shipment out that way.
That's where we
They
actually,
did.
They had your cider. I obviously don't drink.
Yeah, that's
But
Black Banner, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Good. Heard they had some strange stuff happen up there. Some
Well
sort
taken
of...
care of now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Definitely did have some strange stuff, but everything's
Yeah,
been
word was there was,
calmed down.
mayor tried to get killed at a pie tasting or some such.
Yeah.
Sounds wild.
Emmy will chuckle into her cider.
Bubbling.
Kind of under the breath, like,
yeah, exactly.
that was me.
That was me. You'll never know. Yeah. Like,
What about here? There's obviously crazy stuff going on too. I mean, we've been told a couple different things.
Other than whatever's happening with, because you know what, workers, we just keep our head down, get everything done. I make sure that they get fed. They make sure that that there's enough money here to keep me paid. Everything works out. It's everything happening with the family up at the manor that's crazy.
Is it a taboo topic to talk about as far as
Well, I mean,
the...
you can talk about it as long as you're not saying anything. As long as you're not biting the hand that feeds.
That's fair. No, we were just curious of what would inspire her to run away and where she might go, kind of questions. If we were on the road and maybe able to be in the direction she might go, or those kind of, like, those factors of, like,
Yeah.
enough detail to kind of piece stuff together.
Well, I mean, if you knew someone was coming by with a wagon, you could run down and get picked up by him and be wherever you feel like you wanted to be.
I'm guessing wagons come by fairly often.
Well, they come by often enough. Especially if one of the traders came by, she gave him a little bit of extra money from the family coffers, told him to come by at this time or whatever, jumped on board, went wherever they wanted to go. I say good riddance. I don't need any of this family drama.
Has it happened before?
Oh, she's off on her own adventures all the time.
Is it like a frequency, like, once a month kind of happens, or just random?
Depends how mad her dad gets about it.
Oh. The madder he gets, the longer there's a pause between?
Well, yeah. Usually you don't want to, kick a hornet's nest too many times.
And is she around the area a lot, or is she kind of like stuck in the manor?
Oh, they're not locking her up or anything. Like, she can go around, but then she's like, he gets some of the guards to follow her around, make sure she's alright, and doing this and that, and, going flower picking or whatever she goes and does.
Did she have any actual hobbies that weren't known? Like, did she practice, archery?
Yeah, she sings well. Actually, that's a funny thing. She does. She's a pretty good archer. I'll say that much. Able to.
At least she has some life skills.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, because the idea is, if she just didn't do anything, she's not good for a suitor to really, be any interested in. So.
Is she the eldest? That would be inheriting. So
Yeah.
she's the heir.
No, she's not the heir. That would be.
She's just the eldest female that would be
female.
eligible to be.
Yeah, that'd be the son right there. I would imagine. I think his name's Raphael or Roland. It's some R name.
Well, it's a shame. Everyone's kind of, I think, done looking for. I don't know. Seems kind of like a down kind of mood when anyone talks about it.
Well, I mean, like, you can only hear the story so many times.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way of it.
All right. Well, thank you for the meal. It was delicious. And this apple juice, although quite more exotically priced than expected, also
Okay,
delicious.
listen, that was because I had to go back and figure out how to make that myself. Right? That wasn't on tap. That was convenience price.
Which still was delicious. Well
I'm
worth what
glad.
I paid. Where would we be sleeping at roughly in the barracks here? Like, what's a good?
Find a bed.
Okay.
Cool.
Are the beds just like beds, or are they like actually like is there bedding with them that may be
Oh,
twice?
they're like properly taken care of beds. Like these are like, you know, rough around the edges people, but like everything that's going on with them is like
So it's not like I'm not expecting to get like any disease or lice or anything.
no,
from sleeping in
absolutely
the
not.
bed.
Like no. Like you go in and it's like there's like room dividers and stuff like that. It's not like proper thing,
Okay.
but it's all like doubled up and stuff like that. So
So they're bunk bed sections.
yeah.
You want the top or the bottom, Emmy?
Top.
That works.
Cool. Yeah, you go into there, and I guess the last three of you head out to the wagon, right?
Yes.
Oh, I messaged Jesse. I'm like, hey, since that hair was out there, if you feel adventurous, maybe see if there's anything weird that like might be broken or a sign from where you guys found that hair. Like, I don't know why the hair would be there, but if you're sleeping in that area,
Yeah, I'll consider that. Jesse is gonna look at like you two and be like, so you want to look around and see if I can find a werewolf or something?
I'm down.
You're not there.
she's looking at Glimwell
Oh,
and
looking
yeah.
Lucy.
At Lucy and Glim.
Well, looks at Lucy. I don't know. What's her reaction?
Lucy will take out her axe and put it like on her shoulder. I'm always ready.
Are you gonna kill the poor girl before she gets back?
No, we're gonna go get a puppy, you guys. It's gonna be great.
Please
Oh, we're
don't
bringing a
call
puppy
a
home?
sentient, fully understanding human a puppy. Like, God
Maybe
damn it.
she's into that. We don't know.
Listen,
We don't judge in this.
don't fucking. I don't need like. By the time you get to like Lutuanguo, wait, Tuolongguo, like it's being like a weird fucking kink carnival. Like, no, thank you. No, thank you.
I'm not gonna mention the donkeys.
Please don't. I'm mad. All right. Cool. So you is Glim in for this?
I'm not. Nick is not sold on the
Nick
idea.
is not sold.
Come on, it'll be fun, Glenn. It'll be fun.
You see, she's reluctant, but she'll agree to go.
Yay.
All right. Girls' night out.
I can go a girls' night out and a girls' night in.
You best of both worlds.
Agree with you guys. If I did.
Because Glim regretting being like, oh fuck, I chose the weirdos. I want to go get killed. Like,
Oh, this is fine.
Jesse can talk to me in my head.
yeah.
This is fine.
Exactly.
This is great.
Cool. All right. Jesse's gonna kind of bring you around to where it's like, this is where Emmy found the hair. think we can like pick up tracks or something like that? I said maybe they might have a dog